Hello everyone. This video is going to be about King David, Black Negro King David. Never ever reading the New Testament. I'm serious. King David of Israel, or my bad, King David of Judah. Never heard of Greek language ever in his life. Okay? He he never heard of Jesus Christ, Zeus, Apollo, Saint John, Peter. He never heard of those fake people ever before when he lived on this earth. Okay? Let me just try to make it nice and simple for you. All right? Simple. David, biblical Hebrew. David, beloved one, was a king of ancient Israel and Judah and the third king of the United Monarchy, according to the Hebrew Bible and Old Testament. I'm going to read this again. David was a king of ancient Israel and Judah and the third king of the United Monarchy, according to the Hebrew Bible and Old Testament. All the black Hebrew Israelites that be on the street, if you're listening right now, right, I'm going to read this to you again. Because a lot of y'all like to go to the New Testament. No. David was a king of ancient Israel, Yisrael, and Judah, Yehuda, and the third king of the United Monarchy according to the Hebrew Bible and Old Testament. Hebrew Bible, what is that? The Hebrew Bible, or Tanakh, collection of the Hebrew scriptures comprising the Torah, the 5 books of Moses. Okay? So the Genesis book, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Those books. Let's go back. Old Testament. What books are in the King James Old Testament? 24 books of the Hebrew Bible. Okay? And it's different from the New Testament. And guess what? It was written in Hebrew. Because what? King David was Hebrew. Okay? Let me say this one more time. King David was Hebrew. He spoke Hebrew, not Greek, not Roman, not English, Hebrew. Okay? Which is only related to the Hebrew Bible, aka the first 5 books, and the Old Testament. And there's more, but I'll explain that in a minute. So, let's go to the book that you guys believe King David, this white King David, right? So, King James, oh my bad, the King James Bible, right? This King James y'all believe in, right? This white man. Not LeBron James, but King James, right? This white man y'all believe, or caucus man, I don't know, y'all believe who wrote this book, so-called, right? Has Old Testament and the New Testament. But, right, and the white Christians or Christians tell you that the King James is composed of the Old and New, and that's why they say that the New Testament is important. But what they don't tell you is, right, there's another King James. And here's a little hint right here. I didn't even have to type it yet, but there's a hint right there. There's a hint right there. I didn't even have to type it. It's already getting exposed. So, now look, why is this important? Let's visit this website if we could find more sources. I think I had it, but we're going to go back. So, King James, the sixth and the first. King James, who wrote the King James Bible in 1611, copy of original picture Hebrew born of the tribe of Judah, a black Hebrew Israelite of the tribe. Alright? So, listen. Right? So we're going to pull up the King James Bible 1611. Alright, you got a 1611 version. Right? And there's other scriptures that, weren't mentioned. Okay? So, look at the difference between the websites. This one shows an old picture, and this one shows nothing. Now, let's get to the next part. It says King James was a Great Britain, France, and Ireland. He was a black man, and the King James Bible is named after him. King James approved 54 scholars to work on the translation. 47 worked in 6 groups at 3 locations for 7 years, comparing previous English translations, Geneva Bible, and texts in the original languages Hebrew and Greek. The King James translation had significant influence on the English language and was widely accepted as a standard English Bible. Because of the project being, of the project being overseen by King James, the care and precise attention to detail during this 7-year translation, the King James Bible was considered one of the most accurate translations in existence. And then we go to this one, Black Britain. Basically, the same stuff we read, okay? So let's go back. Now, why is this important? Because we have another thing called the King James Jacobite clan. The term Jacobite clan refers to the supporters of the Stuart monarchs, particularly King James II, James VII of Scotland, and his descendants, who were overthrown in the Glorious Revolution of 1688. The name Jacobite comes from the Latin word James, Jacobus. The supporters, who included many clans, sought to restore the Stuart line to the throne. Okay? Alright, we gotta get to the part where you talk about King David. So that I'm already giving you the hint, so because now they're not gonna show the source, but now I gotta type it again. But let's just go ahead and type it. King David lineage. King James, specifically James the Sixth of Scotland, who later became James I of England, is connected to Jacobite because in the Stuart dynasty through his descent from Mary, Queen of Scots. King David I of Scotland, on the other hand, was a Scottish king from the House of Canmore, a separate lineage from the Stuarts. King David was from the lineage of Malcolm III of Scotland, while King James VI was in the line of Mary, Queen of Scots. The Jacobite clans were Scottish clans who supported the Stuart monarchy during the Jacobite rebellions, often seeking to restore the Stuart kings to the British throne. King David I had a significant impact on Scottish cultural development and known as David the Saint. Alright, so trying to find that part so I can prove you this point, but so King James believe lineage to King David. So King James firmly believed his royal lineage back to King David. He saw a position as King of England as ordained by God, based on biblical passages about the divine right kings, such as 2 Samuel 7:4-16 and 1 Chronicles 29:23. He considered himself to be the new Solomon and even sat on the stone of the scone, believing it was Jacob's pillar stone, further connecting him to the biblical figures. Alright. And we're going to go to this one. Alright. So basically, King David, this King, my bad, this King James believed he was a descendant of King David. And that's why he wrote this book. All right? They didn't have a J, so they had an I. But this why he wrote this book. Let me type in Judah right quick. Let me try Ayuda. Wow. Look at that. Ayuda. Wow. No J. But yeah. And why is that important? Let's go ahead and type it in. Oops, sorry guys. Oops, sorry. Boom. We got Ayutthaya, Thailand. Ayudhya in Thailand. Judea. And he's saying Ayudhya. Right? So, why is it important? Because on YouTube, and these white Japheth Ashkenazi J-word people, right? These J-word people, I would say the word, but I don't know what's going to happen. These J-word people, they believe in this King David right here. They believe in that one. So, and they go by this God. Oh, my bad. They go by that God right there. Yahweh. And we only got I don't have eSword available right now, but just know that Yahweh is really, so in the Bible, they don't call it Yahweh, they call it Jehovah, and the Jehovah comes from the H1961 translation, Haya. And I'm going to prove it on here, because I'm not on my Microsoft laptop, because it's not working right now. I'm going to be on it later, but you go type in Yahweh, right? It's going to say, hold up, guys. A hypothetical reconstruction of the tetragrammaton Jehovah, right? And then, based on the assumption that the tetragrammaton is the imperative of Hebrew verb hawa, Marcus, right? The fourth was his name, the Con Hertz dude talking about hawa, right? But what you don't understand is the earlier form was heya. All right, not hawa, heya, H1961. I'm gonna show that right now too. Oops. See? Oops. Haya. To exist, to be. Haya. The oldest translation, which is the Most High's name. Alright? So basically, right? The Jewish people, they believe in this white King David. But the white Christians and the Christians, they all believe in this white King James right here. Right? Not this person, but white King James right here. So when they read the Bible, they're talking about they think King David is this person right here. But King David, right? That is the real King David right here. I don't want to go TikTok. This is the real King David right here. I'm trying to find a better image. Okay, I don't want to go to YouTube. They keep trying to make me go to TikTok. There we go. That's Black King David. You see how big his Bible is, right? Lex will already talked about this. I wish I could find a way to translate that part right there. Let me see something. Maybe I could translate that. Or nah, I'm gonna do it on my phone because I don't think it works on the computer. But yeah, look at that. Look how big that Bible is, right? And let me pull up the King James Bible. You see how small this shit is? Look how small this Bible is. Now let's type in the 1611. Look how look how small. Okay, this one's a little bit bigger, but I'm pretty sure it's just translations. So, but look at King David's Bible compared to this Bible and the King what is it? King James book is completely larger, right? And why is it important? This King James right here. All right, hold on, guys. I gotta find it. This King James, this Negro King James, you see it? Negroes. They believed that they came from David's line. King David, right? And guess what? This is who they believe King David is. The Negro King James believed he come from this person right here. That person. And this King James, or is it? I'm sorry. They believe they come from this person. The one who believes in fake Yahweh. Why is that important? Because the Most High city, or Judea, Ayudea, is in Thailand. We got it right there. And guess what? This King James wrote this book. So when he was translating, right? He was talking about Ayudea. He knew what Ayudea was. I'm pretty sure he was talking about this area. So this King James that y'all try to say was black and all that, he believes that Ayudea is this right here. Right there. Alright? This one believes in Judea, which is based off Yahweh. And it's a fake, let me show you. They believe this is Judah. They believe this is Judea. And it came from here. Alright. You cannot prove that this King James was black with this photo, and you can't prove that, you can't prove that King James and King David were black unless you use this King James. You have to use this one. And then you have to bring up King David, which is this photo. And see how big his book is? All Hebrew, Aramaic Hebrew, all of it. No type of Greek in there. This has Greek language. And to be honest, I don't even think this King James even wrote. I don't even think he even knew about Greek language either, but I could be wrong. But I'm just saying, that King David went by Heya. There's no Greek in there. This person does not exist if you don't believe this person. Right here, my bad. And this person. These two come together. Brains over here. These two are together. He said Ayudea. He already knew about Ayudea. It's in his book. Right here. He was talking about, in his book, Ayudea, which is this. And we're going to make videos on European explorers discovering Asia. But I'm going to have to do some work with it. But I'm going to get to that video. But most of the European explorers, like King James and all of them during that time, called it Ayudea. This is fake. So, but yeah, y'all. King James believed he believed he come from this person, not that person. All right. Look how big this Bible is compared to this one. And there's no Greek language in there. No Peter, no John, none of that shit. Just Old Testament books, Hebrew, all of it. That's it. So, all praise to the Most High. If you like this video, please leave a comment and like it, and I'll respond. And yeah.